second, who has done the report. So the report was, of course, commissioned by us and done with the help of a research agency called Cyber Media Research, CMR. They are the ones who have done the research for us. So the sampling, the data collection, the data cleaning, everything has been done by CMR. And as I mentioned earlier, it has been done with a sample size of 6,700 across 7 countries. 2,200 was the sample in India, and 4,500 was the sample in the other 6 countries. And in the other 6 countries, since it is 4,500, so 750 was the sample per country. Age group was 20 to 24, 60% males and 40% females. So 60-40 was the ratio. This answers the second part of your question, which is more about the report. The first part is why we have done this report. And see, there are 2 ways of approaching business. One is for the last 3-4 years, we have continuously been making smartphones, and we will continue to do that hopefully for many years to go. But we believe that's the business side of whatever we are doing. There is another side which is what we all truly also believe in. As when I started my conversation with you, I spoke to you about the quest, right? All the people here, whether it is Sudarshan, Shubham, me, all of us, we strongly believe that like brand Aiku, Aiku is also a very young brand, and we are also on a quest to build this brand. Similarly, the youth of today, they are also on their quest to build their lives better, right? And they are building this life through whatever they want to do, right? And the best part is they don't care about where they come from. You look at Neeraj Chopra, right? Great example coming from what background and where he has reached, and many others today. This generation of the current 20-year-old, they are not like we were. When I was also 20-year-old, right? They look at a successful India, and an India which is growing, an India which has ISRO, right? India which is leading in so many fields. Yes, there are so many in which we are still lagging behind. Olympics is on everybody's top of mind right now. But generally, so many places we are doing so well, right? This is what the youth of India is seeing today, that the opportunities for them to grow and to make their life better is very different than, in fact, the way we envisaged and we saw India. So therefore, all of them strongly believe that with their quest or whatever their quest is, they will also make their lives better and make the country bigger and better. That is our belief also, and that's the only reason why we have done. Will it help us in increasing our smartphone sales? No, I don't think so. In the short term, by doing this, it will grow our smartphone sales, and we don't intend to do that also. For the remaining 364 days, we sell smartphones. For one day, we can also be a part of a larger narrative of the country, and that is the quest which the youth of today are on. Thank you.
See, you are.
So you want to know about the report also here? Should I speak about the report?
No.
Only introduce?
Yeah, introduce yourself and speak about today's press meet.
Okay, which means the report, right?
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Nipun Maurya. I am the CEO of Aiku India. Today we have launched this report called the Quest Report. This is a global youth study which we have conducted to understand the youth better. What are their dreams, aspirations, where do they want to build their career in, and we have found out that new age careers are really shaping up. In this report we have also talked about what are the challenges and the barriers that the youth face today. So I would urge each one of you to go through this report and also share it with more and more people. Thank you so much.
Philosophy of youth, and they have big dreams which they want to achieve. They quest to achieve their big dreams. And that is where we made this spirit of the brand as Aiku, as I Quest on and on. And for us then, we worked on defining this even further. Right? So, and why is that? Because youth still play a very pivotal role, right? We keep reading that India is growing. Maybe in the next 20, 30 years, we are on path to be one of the developed countries in the world. And this growth is being driven by youth of today, right? Age-wise, among all the major economies, India is still the youngest country. Right? Average age of in India is 29 years, and which is the lowest among all G20 countries, almost all of which are about 50. Among all the youth population under 25, 1 in 5 resides in India. So yes, we are the youngest country. We have bulk of the youth population, and I think the third point which Bangaloreans need no introduction is globally India is the third largest startup ecosystem, most of which is based out of the city itself. So all of this is being driven by youth, and this youth bulge, as most economists say, is what is driving growth as well to some extent in this country. So while they are so pivotal, and this iQuest on and on as a story is what plays out in their life as well. So we try to dig deeper and understand that how is it, what is it that their dreams and aspirations are, what are the barriers which they face. Because unless we know this in detail or this in depth, we will not be able to support them entirely. And when we searched around, we couldn't find any single cohesive study or report which brings all of this together into a story. And hence we felt the need that there must be a study and a detailed report which understands the youth of this country today, benchmarks them against some of the biggest countries globally. So we know that what is it that they want, what are the barriers that they face, what is the support that they require. So unless we know this better, we will not be able to help them. So that was the starting point for the Quest report. And we will have you see the hard copy of it as well once the session gets over. So we did a detailed study. We partnered with CMR, one of the leading research firms. We did a study across 7 countries, spread across all continents: Brazil, US, UK, Southeast Asia, and India. Right, with a sample of 6,700. So 3 key findings from this is what I would want to leave you with. Right? 1, we checked at how much proportion of youth are having big dreams, having big aspirations they want to achieve. And Indian youth stand out as number 1 globally. Right? They are ranked first. Nearly 90% plus 94% Indian youth have big dreams and aspirations, which is far higher than any other country, which is 1. 2, what is this then? What aspirations and dreams that they have is on new age careers. You see, 1 out of 4 youth in India have big dreams in new age. And what new age means is those careers which were not there 10, 15 years ago, like content creation, like gaming, AI, which didn't exist, but now bulk of the youth want to pursue something in this domain. And third is they put in twice as much efforts as youth in other countries. And we measure this by steps that they take, initiatives that they take to pursue their big dream. It is not just that they have big dream, but they are putting in twice the efforts as well. So this is one storyline which comes out for you. So all, if we have to put it in one single narrative, we felt there is a need to define a metric, and hence we labeled something as a Quest index. What is the Quest index for youth in each country? So Quest index broadly is based or derived from these parameters itself. A, do they have big dreams? Clarity on what they want. How motivated are they? What actions they are undertaking? And finally, what are the barriers to growth that they have? So all 5 of this form the Quest index. And if we see across the 7 countries, India ranks highest in the Quest Index. So youth here are among the most motivated, have the highest clarity on what they want and take more steps to achieve them. One place is where I think India still lacks other countries, and that I will come to shortly. So we'll quickly go through each of those 5. One, first is the clarity and alignment which youth have. So Indian youth rank number 1 globally. They are among the most clear and they have the highest big dreams. And the difference is significant. If you see Indian youth, clarity of dreams stands at 94%. Globally, average is just 80%. And most countries are in the same range of around 70 to 85%. So one, yes, India stands youth. They know what they want to do. They have big dreams which they want to achieve. And big dreams in what? I think this is something which even surprised us, and while we were expecting something of this sort, like if you see 1 in 4 youth, nearly a quarter of the youth want to pursue.
And why do we call it a global study? Because the study that we have done is not only for India, but apart from India, 6 more countries. Okay. In these 6 countries, we have in the 7 countries we have researched. We have India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, and USA, UK, and Brazil. In all these 7 countries, when we did the research, we conducted the research in the age group of 20 years to 24 years. Okay, age group of 20 to 24, and the total sample size was 6,700 sample. And we had 2,200 sample in India and rest in other countries. So the question is, what do we want to check? We do this survey, we do this report, but what do we want to check in this report? What we wanted to see was that if you look at IQ, how many of you knew about IQ before you came here? You have IQ phone. Okay, nice. How many of you knew IQ? हाथ दिखाइए एक बार. Before you came, okay. Some people knew, some people did not know. Okay. So IQ is, as Shubham mentioned, IQ is a Vivo sub-brand. Vivo completes 10 years in India, and IQ we have launched in 2020. So from 2020 to today, 2024, it's been nearly 4 years for us in India. And in these 4 years, we have, IQ is specializing in one particular kind of, positioning, which is that when it comes to high performance, IQ wants to deliver the best performance phones to its customers. Like in case of Vivo, a lot of you will know Vivo. Vivo phones are very, very good in camera, right? The camera, the design is very good in case of Vivo phones. For IQ, what we say is the performance of the phone is the best it can get. Right? So whether you are buying a 15,000 rupees IQ phone or a 50,000 rupees IQ phone, our promise is that the performance is going to be absolutely top class. So hence we have the best chipset. We use very high quality memory. Many things we do to ensure that the experience of using the phone is very good. So right now we only sell online. Amazon is the only place at which IQ phones are available right now, and that's how it has been for the last 4 years, only online. Okay. So IQ stands for iQuest on and on. Okay. IQ is the full form of IQ is iQuest on and on. So when we speak to many youngsters, right? When we speak to them, we ask them, okay, why do you buy this phone? How do you use this phone? What do you use your phone for? Right? So when we speak to so many youngsters, they give us some very interesting answers. Some people say, I have a dream to go to a top engineering college, say like an IIT. So hence I use YouTube and to study online. right? One aspect of using smartphone. Somebody else says, I want to become a content creator, and hence, video recording is very important for me. Okay, another use case. Some people say, I want to become a photographer, right? And mobile phone photography also is becoming very prominent these days. So, that's another answer. Some people say, I want to become an esports player, because, esports are also gaining popularity today. So that's also one use case. So different people or different kids, when we speak to them, they have different answers to how they use their phone. A lot of, my parents or a lot of us sitting in the room, for us it is primarily calling, messaging, WhatsApp, and maybe a little bit of social media, right? That is how, typical 30-year-old plus, 40-year-old plus, 50-year-old plus will use their phone, right? Or, some little bit of email. But the youngsters of today, the 20-year-old, the 18-year-old, they use their phone for a very bigger reason and not just the way we use it, right, at 40 or 50. So, there is one thing common in all of them when we speak to them about their use of the phone. Their phone usage is very heavy, and their phone usage, if used correctly, is primarily in the domain in which they are very interested. If you are interested in photography, you are using your phone for a lot of photography. Content creation, esports, education, online class, right? Whatever is their quest, that is where their phone is helping them to become better, right? Their phone is helping them to become better in education or online or photography, right? So we as a brand, while we are also making smartphones, but we wanted to understand the youth better. We want to understand what the youth really cares about, what are their dreams, their aspirations. We know, and today, as I stand here, I know I am in the startup capital of India, right? Bangalore is really the startup capital of India. So the opportunities in Bangalore, or the exposure the youth of Bangalore has, is much bigger than maybe some of the other, even metros, forget non-metros. So we did this study. We will like to show you some of the data points on what kind of dreams and aspirations the youth of today have. India versus rest of the world, right? Are they clear about their dreams? Okay, I have big dreams. A lot of us can dream, big things. But then are we clear about what we want to achieve? Firstly, okay, I'm clear about what I want to achieve, but am I taking some steps to achieve those dreams, right? Then again, between men versus women, how do women perceive their dreams, their challenges, versus how men perceive? And here by men and women, I mean boys and girls, because we surveyed between the age group of 20 to 24, right? Then we also have some